Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE star Rhea Ripley underlined on social media today her dedication to her spouse EU star Buddy Matthews. 27-year-old Liv Morgan assaulted him. Past Monday night on Raw early, Ripley uploaded a couple's picture today on Instagram, living with her spouse, the home of Black's pal Matthews. The 35-year-old used to be WWE superstar known as Friend Murphy. During his tenure with the business, Ripley sent her a few pictures. Partner on Instagram today and exposed that they both have matching wristbands that says "Until Death" on them. Rhea Ripley and Damon guides the terrifying twins chose defeat Liv M with an amazing triumph. Morgan and Dominic Mysterio in mixed tag team contest during Berlin's WWE Bash. More during the weekend, answered by attacking Ripley on Monday of last week, Raw after Dominic Mysterio's episode. Given divergent focus, legendary WWE performer says the greatest of Rhea Ripley yet to come. Hall of Famer Medusa Alundra Blaze thinks that Rhea's finest has not been witnessed by her admirers. Still, the previous champion turned into very popular with WWE viewers throughout her presence on the Judgment Day, but Dominic Mysterio, along with the faction, turned on her and Damian's backs. Last month in SummerSlam, in a private conversation with the Bill actor from Sportscar Wrestling, in May, Medusa explored Ripley being, when compared to China, observed they are somewhat different players. The legendary added that supporters not seen the finest Ripley has to offer. Yet I know a lot of individuals equate her with China, although she is one person living alone in China. This is Rhea, hence it's much different. Nevertheless, I can detect the parallels. But once again, we have to consider this as a new age and a whole different times. We have not seen the finest of Rhea Ripley. 553 later, Ripley and JUSO seems to be starting a fresh relationship. The Raw narrative line will be fascinating to find out what the promotion has scheduled for the Yeet Master, going from Ripley ahead in the WWE Universe, where turmoil, dominance of the betrayal, and rivalry shapes the few things in the landscape stay fixed. One among those uncommon constant are the relentless relationship between Rhea Ripley and her boyfriend, Friend Matthews. Among the confusion of title runs behind backstage politics and the hovering danger from the judgment impact of the day, Rhea found herself want to confirm her dedication to the guy who has accompanied her sidewise all through. It was a rare evening off for Rhea, a little instant in which she may pass for the nightmare's persona and just be Rhea, the lady accompanying Buddy. With her at hand, they decided to flee the active city and go to a remote area cottage in the Highlands. They had went early in their partnership, long before they both started to be household names. In the realm of wrestling, the cabin had particular site with great emotional resonance. It was much where their first vacation had been spent, gathering far from the prying eyes of cameras and supporters. They came here too, had dreamed about their future of titles earned and obstacles faced. Conquer, all while tucked in the coziness of our respective businesses. And now, years then, Rhea want to go back to the place to remind Friend of the affection experienced, only become more robust over time as they traveled to the cabin. The familiar smell of pine and the pure mountain air loaded their senses. Friend opened the door and were met with the view of a comfortable living space, including a fire already ablaze in the stone furnace. The atmosphere was ideal, yet Rhea had more in mind for the evening. Do you recall this venue? Rhea posed a question. She stared at grin playing on her lips. Rose at Friend In what way might I overlook? Buddy responded by pulling her close. This marks when it all began. For us, Rhea nodded with the weight of the time. I long to return here, because I want to present you something properly. Anything. She guided toward the rear of the hut where a little clearing became open, toward an amazing perspective of the mountains the sun was starting to descend onto, throwing a golden tint over the scene. Rhea had meticulously prepared everything, knowing that the sunset claimed would provide the ideal setting for what she was about. When they stood there to do, Rhea arrived into her pocket and grabbed a little, well-crafted box. Friend gazed at her questions in expectation in his eyes. What's this? He questioned. Rhea made a deep inhale, her heart thumping with tense enthusiasm. Friend, you have been with me through everything, the highs, lowers, the successes and losses you have experienced. My buddy and rock for me. Hence, I am aware that in this strange planet we dwell in and find easy, lost in the anarchy. Yet, you should know that my dedication to you is more than ever. She tore open the package to expose personalized ring one that complemented the one she dressed herself. She was taught, though straightforward, it was sophisticated with their initials carved on the inside along with the date they had initially arrived to the cottage I had made. For you, Rhea, her voice quivered marginally. It stands for our link. Something none other can touch or remove. I suggest you to wear it as reminding us that regardless of our location or what we are experiencing, I am constantly with you. My love is constant, and I wanted to confirm you knew. Friend were mute. He grabbed the ring from the box, carrying the weight of the gesture in his hand. He stared at Rhea with eyes shimmering with passion. Rhea, this is I. Not even know what to say. Hence this implied everything you have always been mine. Reality, yet this just serves to confirm all I have ever felt for you. Thanks. Rhea grinned, tears of pleasure shining through. Plenty of life in her eyes. I meant every word exactly. We both have a lot ongoing, and I realize sometimes it seems as if we are being drawn in a million different ways. Yet I would want you never to question how much I adore you, friend. You are my permanently. Friend dropped the ring on his finger, the exactly fitting he drew Rhea into a close hug, clutching her as if he never wanted to let the sun sink below the horizon, giving a golden warmth as they stood in the glow surrounding them, cleansing the mountains as their testimony. For a long period, they remained like that, wound up in each other's arms, the environment around them slipping away in that. Right first, there were no titles, no rivalries, no pressure, simply two persons. He has come across something uncommon, lovely in every other as they created, hand in hand, their way back to the taxi. Friend stared down at the ring, always steady, reminded of Rhea's sincere acting, knowing that the future will be lined with facing difficulties, yet accompanied by Rhea. Later, there was nothing he could not confront. One evening when they lounged by the fire, drinking hot chocolate and thinking back on their shared path, Pal couldn't help but have an intense feeling of thanks. Rhea had presented him with something far more valuable than any championship. She had given him her relentless dedication, her trust, and her affection. And as the stars sparkled and the flames cracked above them, Friend resolved to himself that he would act with all possible force to be the spouse Rhea deserved to be by her side, on thick and thin, as well as to treasure every time they spent together. Because in a society in which so much was, their love was the only thing that seemed doubtful. He knew would not vanish.